What is up, YouTube? I'm going to go through another deck discussion or deck reveal, deck talk, whatever, of another version of Fire Fists. It's another really good version. I talked about the Rabbit version before. Just like I said, I label these over here. This is pretty much a TCG version of what you'll be seeing, more than likely. But this is the Synchro version, or the traditional combo version. In my opinion, anyway. In OCG, they do have Enthusiastic Beastman Wolfberg, which is like a Debris Dragon on crack for them. But yeah, anyway, I'll get into these guys. Or actually, I'll go through the Synchros. Yeah, Stardust for Starlight Road. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Horse Prince. 1 Fire Tuner and 1 more non-tuner monster. When this card is Synchro Summoned, you can special summon a level 3 Fire monster from your deck. After you Synchro Summon this card, you cannot special summon level 5 or higher monsters for the rest of the turn. So, it's kind of cool, so you can't infinitely make her. They limit her a little bit, but specialing from your deck, we've seen that as a problem in the past. Yeah, I explained Tiger King before. He's like a Pulse Skill Drain on crack. He doesn't Skill Drain Beast Warrior monsters. He's very good. He's a quick effect. He's a 22, and he sets a Spell or Trap Fire Formation card from your deck. Black Ship of Corn, Dire Diamond Wolf is amazing. Maestro, Gaga Cowboy, yeah. This version is going to spam rank 3s and rank 4s, just so you know. And I call it the Synchro version because it stems a combo off the Synchro, but Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Lion Emperor, 2 level 3 fire monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, then target a fire monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand, but you cannot normal summon or special summon that monster or a monster with the same name for the rest of this turn. So, once again, they try to stop infinite loops with your double summons and making this over and over again and making this over and over again. Yeah, they try to stop it, but you can still do a lot of crazy stuff. So, even though they're going to stop infinite loops, you're going to go +2 or +3 from a combo with just having 1 card in your graveyard and 1 card in your hand. I went over the meat and potatoes of Fire Fists in the last video with the Rabbit, but Tenken and Tensen, it'll protect you in main phase 1 from Bottomless, Torrential. It's pretty cool. And then this one's like Horn of the Phantom Beast on crack. Everybody gains 300. And one of your choice gains 700 additional plus the 300. And this one, everybody gains 300. These, everybody gains 100. This one is a Rhoda. This one is a double summon. So, I summed that up real quick. Dragon, I discussed him a little bit. He's going to set traps from your deck. And you're going to send 2 face-up fire formation spell or traps to the graveyard to target a Fire Fist in your graveyard except Dragon and special summon it. Yeah, and he sets a trap when you activate a fire formation. So you can summon him, play this, Rhoda, and then set a trap to defend him. So it's pretty cool. Or summon this, activate this, set a trap, and then if you had another monster, you can double summon it, and you can overlay into this guy or something. Pretty cool. Bear, if he does battle damage to your opponent, set a fire formation spell or trap card, or only spell card from your deck. Once per turn, send a face-up fire formation spell or trap you control to destroy a monster your opponent controls. Or, I think at all. Destroy a monster on the field. Pretty cool. And Gorilla, same thing as Bear, except he has to kill a monster by battle to set a spell. And send a face-up to destroy a spell or a trap. So, pretty cool. I opted to play 3 Veilers in this because this deck doesn't really have a lot of other stuff. You can mix that up any way you want with Maxis and Veilers or whatever. I'd probably play 2 Veilers, 2 Maxis for this upcoming YCS. Yeah. But these are the 2 new Fire Fists I didn't really discuss, so I'll talk about these a little more. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Spirit. He used to be called Master. He used to be called Human, Choten, whatever. He's a tuner. Notice, he's a tuner. Right there, tuner. Cannot be used as Synchro Summon material except for the Synchro Summon of a Beast Warrior type monster. When this card is normal summoned, you can target a level 3 fire monster with 200 or less defense in your graveyard and special summon that target in defense position. If you do, you can only attack with Beast Warrior monsters for the rest of this turn. You can only use the effect of Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Spirit once per turn. So he is a Debris Dragon for an archetype that has double summons, but they also want you to stay archetype specific with Horse Prince and Lion Emperor which also limit you from OTKing by making 3 Horse Princes and 3 Lion Emperors to do over 8k by being able to double summon him and keep going. But, like I said before, they're stopping you from infinitely making this and infinitely making this and attacking with more than just Beast Warriors now. They're trying to limit this. They're doing their damnedest, guys, because if they didn't give these guys all these fucking rules, this archetype would be the most fucking broken thing ever. But they gave them some rules, so it's pretty cool. Then they gave out an OCG exclusive chicken, which we just got confirmed to be an OCG exclusive in Cosmo Blazer, so we're gonna get it. So badass. We're gonna get all these, which was Spirit, Chicken, Horse Prince, and I think Lion Emperor. Not sure on that, but anyway. But yeah, we're getting them. So Chicken. When this card is special summoned by a Fire Fist monster, you can add a Fire Fist monster from your deck to the hand. This specific effect of Chicken can only be activated once per turn. So, notice he has less than 200 defense and he's a fire. So this guy is going to bring out this guy. So, cool. That gives you 6 stars on the board or a rank 3. And you're going to search your deck for a monster. So pretty cool, right? His second effect is once per turn, you can send one face-up fire formation spell or trap card you control to the graveyard, select a fire formation spell or trap card from your deck, and set it. That once per turn effect doesn't say this specific effect can only be obtained once per turn. So if Chicken leaves the field and comes back, you can do that again, and again, and again. So they gave it a little bit of an abrupt transition from limit the combos, limit the combos, limit the combos, almost limit the combos, last line of text, stops a limit. But it's a part of it that I think is okay. They're letting you dance. And that's what these were called. Fire Dance Tensu, Fire Dance Tenki, Fire Dance Tenken, Fire Dance Tensen. But in America they're called Fire Formation. So I guess they want you to formate. I'm formatting? I don't know. Anyway, so if you have a Chicken in your graveyard and a Tenki in your hand, you are opted to win the game. I'm going to go ahead and say you will win the game if you have those 2 cards set up. Is that crazy? I think that's fucking nuts for all those rules that they gave us. I guess you won't win the game, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, you are very susceptible to Valor and Thunder King and trap cards. I definitely think this is a deck that should play 3 MSTs and a heavy. I also really like this card. It'll still stop you from OTKing because it'll negate your monster's effect, but it'll save your monster at least. I think this deck could also play Trap Stun, and it could also play Forbidden Lance and Night Beam. So just throwing all those things out there, guys. This is a very aggressive deck in my opinion. It's a more aggressive and reckless version of the Rabbit build that I already showed you. But I'll explain the combo. A Chicken is in your graveyard and you have a Tenki in your hand. You play Tenki and you add Spirit. Okay. You summon Spirit, special summon Chicken. Chicken then allows you to add any monster from your hand to your deck. So that's a +1. We're going to go ahead and mark that down. Much less this guy being a +1, but he's a +1 to make a monster. So he's a 1-card Synchro or a 1-card Exceed if you have a Chicken in your graveyard. And yes, I'm sure you're already thinking, why the fuck isn't he main decking Foolish Burial? But there's other reasons why I don't always main deck it, and I'll tell you later. So, the combo. So you search for him and normal summon him. So your field consists of Spirit, Chicken, and Tenki. And you just got a +1 from adding a Fire Fist here from your deck to your hand with Chicken. Then you're going to use Chicken's second effect. You're going to send Tenki from the field to the grave, and you're going to set Tensu. So, that seems pretty broken. You kind of got a free 1-for-1 with Spirit and a free 1-for-1 with Chicken already. So you got a solid +1 and 2 cycling +1s is what I like to call them. So after you do that, Tensu is set on the field. Then you can Synchro summon these 2 for a level 6 Horse Prince. Horse Prince adds more rules to the field, so right now only Beast Warriors can attack. You've already used Chicken's first effect for the turn. You've use Spirit's effect once per turn. Now you're going to use Horse Prince, and you can't special summon level 5 or higher monsters for the rest of the turn. But when this card is Synchro Summoned, you're going to special summon a level 3 fire monster from your deck. That's pretty broken. That's another +1. So we've kind of got 2 solid +1s and 2 floating +1s just from this combo. If you're writing this down, it's pretty fucking broken. Then you still have that normal summonable, that second normal summon that you can use. So your field consists of Horse Prince, a set Tensu, and preferably, if I was you, I would special summon one of these two. You can do whatever you want, but I would do probably another chicken, just in case your chicken gets DD crowed. Or if you really wanted to, yeah, but you can't do that. So more rules that stop you from wanting to abuse the tuner you could special summon from your deck. So you can get a spirit or you can get a chicken, whatever. But either way, with that search from chicken, yeah. Let's say you special summon another chicken. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna start breaking this down. Special summon that second chicken. You're gonna flip over Tensu, and you're going to normal summon whatever you searched from your deck. Normally, if you have a problem on the field, you get Bear, because Bear blows up a monster. Dragon special summons shit from your graveyard. So if let's say you had another latent thing, you can go for more broken combos with Dragon. Or Bear blowing up cards, or Gorilla blowing up spells and traps. But let's say you just got another chicken or another spirit or whatever. Cool. So you already have a reset chicken on your field. Your field is Horse Prince, chicken, and this. You're going to go ahead and use this additional normal summon, and normal summon more than likely a level 3. That's what I would say to do. One of these 2 level 3s, whatever. You get all your chickens out of your deck if you want, whatever. Then after you use the normal summon, let's say it was a third chicken. You can activate that third chicken's effect, pop the Tensu you already used, so you're still cycling floating +1s. So that's, I think, your third or fourth floating +1, and you're going to set one of these traps for defense. Probably Tensen, because Tensen's fucking broken and makes something 1,000 points stronger and everything else 300 points stronger. Then you're going to overlay the 2 chickens into Lion Emperor. Lion Emperor then says, once per turn, you can detach a material and add something back to your hand. So you can get Fire Fist Spear back to your hand. So you get 3 solid +1s. 3 of them. You could have started your turn with just Tenki. Period. You could have done it. And they could have confiscationed you and delinquent duo'd you until you had nothing. And let's say a chicken was in your graveyard, and you top deck a Tenki. You get to do everything I just said, as long as in your deck you had a couple of targets for this stuff, a couple of targets for this stuff here, and a couple of targets here. You get to do all of that. So you have 2 2200s on board, and if you chose to go my route and get a trap, you get a trap. If not, you get a spell and flip it over. You won't be able to get either of those effects, the Rhoda or the double summon again, but they go up by 100 points. But I would have probably just gotten one of these. Whatever. Makes your dice stronger. Probably 10 cent, because you can use it on your opponent's turn. But yeah, and you get the utility of being able to use Dragon if you had more of a setup to special summon more shit and leave a Dragon on the field. So if you had more shit, more resources, like if you already had traps on the field and you had used them, in the middle of that combo you could have normal summoned a Dragon, popped 2 things, and special summoned the chicken that you already used, and used that chicken's effect. So you would have actually been able to, theoretically, use one chicken's effect 2 times, and special a chicken from your deck to use that one's effect another time. So you had 4 floating +1s, 4 cycling +1s, and then you would have 3 to 4 solid +1s just from opening a Tenki and having something else set up. So yeah, that is Fire Fists without Rabbit. Much more reckless, much more greedy, but way explosive and way into the plus aspect of the Fire Fists. So yeah, if they didn't give them all those rules, they wouldn't be able to, or they would easily be able to do whatever they wanted. Like, there would never be enough extra deck space for this deck. But anyway, I'll go ahead and tell you guys what we're missing from the OCG builds. Beast Lord Vulcan, is fucking broken. They're trying to water down Bryanak, but this is still broken as fuck. A tuner and a non-tuner monster, when this is synchro summoned, target a face-up card you control and a face-up card your opponent controls. Bounce those cards to the hand, but you cannot activate those cards in the same turn. So let's say you attack into your opponent, and then he drops a Gores, and then you're like, oh, okay, cool. Kill the token, make a Vulcan, main phase 2, bounce the Gores, and then somehow burn them, and they still have a clear field. They can't drop that Gores again. That's kind of funny to me. But whatever, that's funny. You can only use the effect of Beast Lord Vulcan once per turn. I just think when we get Vulcan, and if Plant Synchro ever comes back, and we get an easy way to make Formula Synchron with a level 4 on the field, you'll be making this on your opponent's turn and just bouncing shit for no fucking reason. It'll be hilarious, man. Hi, Lola. Aw, she wants to play fetch, babe. She knows I'm... Brittany, throw the fucking... throw the thing for her. She knows I'm talking on YouTube. Lola says hi, YouTube. And she just jumped up on the bed and dropped the ball. And she wants to play fetch. There it goes. So yeah, if we had him... I don't know. I don't want to go into that. That's a different deck. Enthusiastic Beastman Wolfberg is a Debris Dragon on crack. He is pretty broken. If during that time, during that combo, you had Wolfberg, you could use this guy's effect, special this, and then before making the Lion Emperor, you can use the Tensu to normal summon Wolfberg. I don't know, it's just fucking broken. I don't know. And you can only use Wolfberg once per turn. Who cares? You get another fucking rank 4. So then that's when Japan starts OTKing people with Wolfberg. So we don't have Giant Hand, Lavalval Chain, and Emerald. Japan doesn't play Foolish Burial because they have Lavalval Chain, and they can make it if they want and if they need to get a chicken in the graveyard really quick, or to add certain things to their top of their deck for Fire Fist Spirit for the next turn setup. And they play Emerald so they can just draw cards because you fill up your graveyard really fast. But yeah, these cards I wish we had in the TCG, but we won't from our YCS Miami anyway. We'll get them eventually. I don't know. We don't have every card confirmed for Cosmo Blazer yet, but yeah. Fire King's Firing you can play. Lance you can play. Avarice you can play. You fill up your deck or your graveyard really fast after one combo. Foolish Burial. TCG players may opt to play this just to quickly get chicken more consistently. You can play Brilliant and Tempo. Like I said, you can exceed really easily. The only problem is you won't be able to attack with them because they're not Beast Warriors. Like I said, you can play Valor and Maxi. You can't really play Gores. You can play Tragodia really easily in this deck, but you will at some times in some games be setting a lot. So half of the time Tragodia will be huge, half of the time he'll be 0-0. So, hooray. And instead of playing Wolfberg, I'm playing off the fact that this deck really dies to Thunder King, and you can breakthrough skill of Thunder King really easily. Bottomless, Compulse, Torrential, Mirror Force, Warning, yeah. But you can set a Snowman, and that Thunder King player will think it's a chicken. And the same way Windups did well at a couple of YCSs. What the fuck, Lola? The same way Windups did really good at a couple of YCSs, they set a Snowman Eater, and the Thunder King player thought, oh wow, they have some dead plays right now. Hi, Lola. Go get it. So then they'll attack into it, lose their Thunder King. Then, that combo I just said, with a chicken in the graveyard already and a Snowman Eater on the field and a Tenki in your hand, you play the Tenki, you get this, you play this, you get chicken, and instead of using the chicken right away, you use Fire Fist Spirit and Snowman Eater to make Horse Prince. And, like I said before, you get to go apeshit. So, I think it's really cool. Snowman Eater's a good tech. But, yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys understand Fire Fist Synchros a little better. Make sure you guys refer to my Fire Fist Rabbit deck as well. Yes, save changes before continuing because I like the edits I made. But the Fire Fist Rabbit deck, it's a deck of low monsters, so both of them are. And you can play Snowman Eater in both, not a big deal, but this one doesn't play hardly any. It plays no rank 3 exceed, so don't play Snowman Eater in this one. I would play Enthusiastic Beast Wolfberg in this one. That would be cool, but like I said, I'm trying to make ready for TCG, so you know what to expect in the TCG for Miami. And me too. I'm trying to expect for Miami. So, yeah, guys. Once again, Thunder King is a hard thing for this deck to get over. Thunder King, Skill Drain, MST, those are all really common cards. And Valor. Valor may make a comeback and be seen in more decks. Especially because, I don't know, I don't want to go into this, but just realize that the Rabbit version of this deck can side Dimensional Prison, or Dimensional Fissure, and not really care. But the Synchro version cannot. So that's why I think the Rabbit version is going to be a lot more viable. And that way it's just, and it's not as susceptible to Valor or Max C and things like that. So, yeah. This one is pretty explosive and pretty crazy, and you get really simple, easy plus crazy combos, but yeah. I think the Rabbit one's the way to go. Be prepared for this deck, though, guys. Thunder Kings in your side deck, MSTs, maxing out on them, Dust Tornadoes if you think MSTs aren't enough. For whatever fucking reason, people think Spell Shattering Arrow is the way to go. No. They play one at a time, like I walked through those combos. If they play two at a time, their hand was just nuts, and even one MST will shut down that combo. So, alright, guys. Take care, and enjoy learning about these new decks. Maybe I'll make a Haze Beast deck soon. A Haze Beast deck profile soon. But that's it, guys. Peace out.